Yo, what's up? It's KAAPUT in the house. Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit different topic right now. Today's my topic is basically teaching in Japan as an ALT. ALT doesn't mean alt. It means as an assistant language teacher. Now I've been teaching in Japan for quite a while now. The company that I work with is called APS, Asia Plant Service, a really great company. Took care of me all this time until now. Um, I taught in an elementary school and junior high school. And currently, right now, I'm teaching in a junior high school. What I wanted to say is for those guys out there who are thinking about coming to Japan and working as an ALT, it's a great experience. I tell you right now, it's great. The kids are fantastic. Everything is great about it. But there are things that you have to think about first. Well, there are many things that you have to think about when you're coming into Japan to work as an ALT, and you'll be working basically in a public school. So, public schools, as in a Japanese public school, and you'll be working with Japanese teachers. For those teachers who are with the English department, they'll probably speak English fine. But there are the other teachers there who do not speak English that well. I'm just gonna try and link this one. Hang on. Like chat. Check toggle time. Oh, here we go. That's that one. All right. Copy. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna post this up. Post link. Go back to live stream. Oh, shoot. There we go. Share. Copy. Okay. That should do it. Hang on. Where is it? There we go. And let's see. Let's edit post. There we go. Cool. What's up? All right. What was I saying? Oh, I gotta put it on Twitter too. Hang on one sec. I'll be right back with you guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to do this right now. Share. Mine. Okay, let's see if I can share and put it on Instagram. No, Instagram. Let's just put it on Twitter. All right, going back to the topic, teaching in Japan as an ALT, as an assistant language teacher. There are many ways that you can do it, and you can go through companies like my company is APS. Now, first and foremost, I am from Malaysia, okay, not from the United States, so it's kind of difficult for an Asian guy to get a job here. But went for interviews, and the company APS took me under their wing, gave me a chance, and I've been working with them for the past 7 years, I think. Yeah, and I've been working in basically Nagoya, working as an ALT or AET at that time for almost about I don't know 10 years. I think yeah, about 10 years. And I was a private English teacher at a company called ECC for 9 years. Now, working in Japan, there are a lot of things you got to think about. I mean, price wise, everything here is a way more expensive. But if you get a good job, it can support you. But working in an environment of a school in a public area, you got to watch out on a few things and how you talk to, especially to teachers here. Like I was saying before in the beginning, like the teachers who are working in the English department usually speak English, and they speak it pretty well. Their grammar is like fantastic, but usage of English is a little bit different. And I'm quite lucky that the schools that I'm working at, the teachers respect me, and I respect them very much. And basically, in Japan, you don't kids will not raise their hand up when you ask a question like, "Okay, guys," fine, thank you, and you, and that's what they always mostly say. But I try to get them to get out of the box. So I give examples, and I say like, "How are you today?" And I probably say with the Japanese English teacher, so the JTE, Japanese teacher of English, and I do with her. It's like, "How are you?" And she says, "I'm good." And how are you? I said, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I want to go home and play video games." So I try to tell them to tell the kids to think of um out of the box, to open their aspects wide. You know what I mean? And if you ask the questions, okay, for example, 1 plus 1 equals, in a classroom of about 35 students or more, you probably chances are, "Hi Kay, how are you?" And probably chances are 2 kids or 3 kids will raise their hands up. And I kind of like find that difficult because the kids won't express themselves. So I do something different. I tell them like making mistakes are okay. You try whatever you can. If I say 1 plus 1, they come and say it's 3. I say, hey, that's a good try, but that's good. But 1 plus 1, it's 2, right? And I make it fun, make learning for them. Learning a foreign language for them is make it interesting and fun for them. Um, I do give out stickers. I don't buy them; I make them myself. So I take pictures from internet, pictures like from Yahoo and stuff like that, and I just customize those pictures and I put in words and I make stickers and I give it out to the kids. Those who try, give them one. Those who get it correct, I'll probably give them an extra one. But that's the way it is in Japan. You have to have an open mind when you're doing your teaching in Japan. And another thing is called what we call in Japan is we call it uchiawase. Uchiawase means meeting with the teacher that you're going to teach in the day. So I usually check my schedules and I try to talk to the teachers as quickly as I can. So I usually get into work really early and try to grab the teacher before they disappear. Because usually, like after school, when they start the club activities, they're basically gone. They're not in the staff room anymore. So I try to grab them earlier in the morning and I'll grab the textbook, I grab a book, and hey, Kay, I'm talking about teaching in Japan as an ALT. Okay, um, I grab a textbook, I grab a piece of paper, and I grab a pen, and I go to the teacher and ask them, okay, what are we going to do today? Because of the Corona Chang, I call it Corona Chang, because of Corona Chang right now, thanks to my friend Tarmac Japan. He calls it Korean Changtu. And I used to do a class called GCT. GCT is a global communication time where there's no textbooks. It's just me and the kids, and I make the kids talk. Hello, Rikuto. How are you? And we get the kids to talk English that they know. So it is not perfect English. It's English that they know and they feel comfortable with. It doesn't have to be correct. Anything they say is good. And I go up to the teachers and I ask them, what would you like me to do? Not what I want to do, is what they would like to do. And I'll go in the classroom with them, and I'll help them by reading text from the textbook, or they will do a dialogue together. Oh, I'm good too. Thank you, Exile. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. I just got back from work in Okazaki. Konnichiwa, Muhammad Azmi. Hello, konnichiwa. Assalamualaikum salam. So I just got back from work, and I thought, I might as well do a part right now and just do this for about maybe an hour and talk about my experience here in Japan teaching with Japanese kids and working with Japanese people. One thing you got to do is you got to build a respect. It's not easy as a foreigner to work in Japan. You have to build respect. Where respect is not by treating them, is like to be punctual, to be prepared, and always ready for changes. You got to be flexible. I mean, really flexible, because things can change just like that in the classroom. So I'd go in and we'll talk and discuss, and I'd just listen to them, and they'll tell me like, okay, do you have anything like this or like this? I say, yep, I have a first period empty. I'll prepare it, and I'll make a PowerPoint presentation. And when they say like, okay, Putra, you can do your presentation, and I'll do a presentation and get the kids to talk more. Yes, there is a respect in Japan. It's very important. You build your respect. Um, I try to eat with the kids, but problem right now because of Corona time, we can't eat, so I eat in the staff room. But if I have we have 7 periods right now in a day. So if I have if I have a conjunction of first, second, and third. Yo, man, what's up, my Nazari? Thank you so much for coming into my live stream. Like say if I have 7 periods and I have the first, second, and third and fourth period, 4 periods back to back. Um, hey, I'm good, man. I'm good, Amanasri. Thank you so much. If I have 4 periods back to back, I just grab a bottle of water and I put it in my bag with the textbook and all, and I go into the classroom. Now, between classes, you got 10 minutes between every period. Yo, Novi, what's up? What's up? And you got like 10 minutes between every period. So between that 10 minutes, I usually spend in the hallway. I'll drink my drink in the hallway after class. I'll drink and I'll communicate with the kids, talk with the kids in the hallway. And that's something really good. So I'm always there ahead of time. And I usually stand in front of the classroom before the chime rings or before the teacher gets in. I'll come in, put my books, and I'll step out of the classroom and wait for the teacher to come. When the teacher comes in, I will enter the room after the teacher, not before the teacher. That shows respect. And I'll get the kids say, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. And so again, that's respect for the teacher right there. And to go in the classroom with a positive attitude, with full of energy. You can't go in the classroom and go like, hey, good morning. How are you today? I go like, how are you today? I'm great. I had a great breakfast today, and that makes a good warm up topic for the kids and the teacher asked me, oh, what did you have for breakfast? Oh, I had natto and rice with miso soup. What did you have? Oh, I had a sandwich. Oh my God, it was so different. And I will stop right there and ask the kids, what did we talk about? And usually get the kids to tell us in Japanese, so that it means by they understand what we're saying in English. And that is something which is really great. Sorry, I'm just going to grab a drink right now. Yeah, that's right. I got my camel pack. I got two camel packs. So I got one set up here so it's easier for me to drink. Yep. Always stay hydrated, people. Yeah. So basically, that's shisha. No, man, it's just water, and that's what I do basically in Japan. And to get the kids to raise their hands up is quite difficult. And if one kid will raise up their hand and make a mistake, the whole classroom will make fun of them. But it's something which us as educators or as supporters to emphasize that making mistakes is a part of learning. So I tell them making mistakes is okay. I purposely make mistakes in the classroom to show them that even teachers are human beings, that everybody makes a mistake. And those are one of the big aspects basically when you're becoming a teacher is you have to be flexible, especially in Japan. But time is punctual. You got to be there at time, on time, before the class, and make sure that you are ready for the class. I come into the class, I always tell the teachers, how can I help them? And they're always like, oh, read this, read that. And I always tell them, like, for example, if they're teaching a grammar, I can't walk around and talk to the kids because it's bad. They're learning grammar. As a teacher, do you have anything for me that I can help you to mark? And probably they'll give me like a word test they had early on with a different class, and I'll probably just sit somewhere where they can see me, where I'm in eye contact with them, and I'll probably mark it, and then I have my textbook ready, and then they'll look and say like, "Oh, Put, could you help me and read?" Yeah, sure. I'll just jump up with the textbook and start reading it because these are the things that you have to do. And the second part is remember, I'm not an American, I'm not a Canadian, I'm not from the English speaking countries. I am an Asian, and I'm proud to be an Asian. I'm proud to be a Malaysian. And for Asian people to speak English and teach English in a Japanese establishment, it's not easy. It's really a lot of work. And I have to prove myself even more to them that I can do my job to the extent of what I can do. And I build my respect from there. And I go around the kids, I talk with them in the hallway, say, "Hey, how are you today? Good morning, good morning," and it's great. And I mean, the schools that I work at in the morning when I see the kids, and I say, and they look at me, and the first words that will come out to them, mostly when I was in Nagoya and I taught in Nagoya, the first word that comes out is like, "Ohayo gozaimasu." Ohayo gozaimasu, and say "Ohayo gozaimasu." Ohayo gozaimasu means good morning, basically in Japanese. But where I work in Okazaki, when I get out of my car or I get off of my motorcycle, so I'm taking off my helmet or I'm taking off my jacket from home, I'm walking into the classroom, walking into the school, the kids say, "Good morning, Bud, good morning," and they're like screaming from the top of the lungs, "Good morning, Bud." I'm like, "Hey, good morning, how are you today? I'm hungry." "Yeah, me too, me too." So, be human. The kids are the kids are basically trying to communicate with you. If you shut them down like that, then they will not talk to you. And it depends on what I'm preparing in the morning. If I'm not doing anything, if I have everything all prepared out, I go out and greet the kids. I go out in front with the other teachers, and usually teachers are going saying "Ohayo gozaimasu, Ohayo gozaimasu" to the kids, and I'm saying "Good morning." Say "Good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning." And surprisingly, the kids are already in the beginning of the day. I'm smiling, saying "Good morning," and they already start off the day with a smile. And I mean, you have to make an impact to the kids who remember you and say, like, "Oh, it's great. He's so cool. He's a cool, easygoing person." I get that feeling so the kids can come and approach me and ask me questions, and probably they'll say, like, they'll come and say, "Put sensei, kore, nan desu ka? Kore, ego, nani, you?" "Oh, this in English?" And I'll look at it, and I'll tell them. If I know, I will tell them, like, "Oh, it means so and so forth." If I don't know, and I say, I'll go ask the Japanese, I say, "So, no, sensei, could you help me? What is this word?" And she'll tell me, yeah. And then I explain to the kid. So you see, I get the Japanese teacher also involved at the same time. I mean, when you're in a classroom, you have two choices. You can stand and look like a mannequin, or you can assist the teacher by doing stuff. It's you yourself and how you bring yourself in a classroom, and I find that really important for those people who plan or are working in Japan. Now, this is my opinion. Okay, please don't get me wrong. This is my opinion of how I teach here in Japan. Everybody might have a different way, but that's their way. Grammatically, when a teacher writes down something on the blackboard, in Japan, it's also known as you never ever correct the Japanese teacher in front of the classroom. Never, ever. Because if you do that, you basically disgrace the teacher. I mean, you put the teacher really down. And the kids see that, oh, the teacher can't do stuff. So what I do, like I said, remember, I always grab pieces of paper or whatever I have, or I have a post-it with me. And if the teacher makes a grammatical, I could see they make grammatical mistake right there. I'll just write on a piece of post-it, and I'll take it and I walk very quietly to the podium where the teacher has a textbook on, and I'll just stick it right on there. And I said to the teacher, like, look at that. And they look at me and they say, like, and they'll probably correct it. Or they'll tell the kids, oh, I made a mistake. Nobody saw my mistake, and they make correction like that. That's the way I do things, is basically that way. Building respect is really hard. It's not easy, but it's the way that we have to do. But it is very fruitful when the kids come up to you and talk to you after the class or before the class starts. It is really, really fruitful when they come up to you. Like every year when I finish the school year, the kids will always write messages for me. Yo, what's up, Joe? The kids, thanks for the thumbs up, guy. The kids will always write messages for me, and they say like, "Put, thank you so much for the year. Your class is really great. I didn't like English before, but after doing classes with you, I begin to love English." Like, yeah, like my friend Joe right now, he just typed in, we as educators or facilitators, whichever you want to use. I like to use myself as a facilitator. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Like Joe said, we're lucky with our job. We got a great company that supports us and takes care of us. It's a family. Um, where was I? I went off topic for a minute right there, and I'm trying to think what I just said right now. I can't even go back. But yeah, like I said, facilitator, because I think that when you teach English, you give them that kind of a pressure. And that's basically what the Japanese teacher, because they're teaching them the grammar, they're teaching them the structure. But us as AETs or ALTs, we are basically facilitators. We're going to facilitate the kids to use what they have learned in the classroom with the Japanese teacher when they've learned the grammar, the structure. And when we come in, we facilitate them on how to use the English in a conversation sense. And when you talk to people, right, you don't go and you go like, hello, how are you? I am Miki. I am from Japan. I like cats. You're going to do that? I mean, duh. Nobody's going to do that. Even when I came to Japan, the first thing I read a book is I said, excuse me, where is the nearest toilet? And that's in like perfect, polite Japanese. Nobody does that, man. Oh yeah, I mean, Joe, we gotta do that. I mean, sometime maybe during summer vacation, you, me, and maybe Chike, we should probably do a live stream together, man. I mean, nobody does speak like that. So I tell the kids, like, for example, I say like, hey, my name is Put. That's P-U-T. Call me Put. And the way I make it, the way I say it, I get the kids to feel like, it's like not using a textbook. So we'll read from the textbook a certain structure, We'll read it once, twice, and Japanese teacher will explain the structure, and then she'll look at me and she said, "Put, please," and I'll step in. I'll say, "Okay, guys, so you know the structure. You've learned the structure, right? All right, close your book. Let's go." And then I said, "Okay. So, for example, all right, I am Put. She is Mickey. Okay, I am Put. She is Mickey. Okay, all right, good." And I go look at her. "What's your name?" He says, "Takuya." "Okay, I am Put. Uh-huh. Uh-huh." And everybody, "Oh, Takia, great, Takia. What? Boy, girl, boy. So what do we use?" And the class would just burst out and say, "Oh, he is Takia. Fantastic. Who is she?" "She's great. Excellent, guys. You guys are fantastic. Hey." And I just want to make them feel that the English is not a burden for them. I want them to feel that English is fun. Making mistakes is okay. Learning, it's like, it's beautiful, everybody should do it that way. I mean, this is just the way I am. I just think that way. I mean, I got a wife, I got a daughter, I got four freaking cats, guys. Uh, we're all human. We all have our problems, right? Everybody has their problem. Now, I feel that when I drive to work, all my problems are with me when I go to work, or when I ride my motorcycle. Let's just use the metaphor of using my car. I get in my car from home. I got all the problems from home, wife. Sometimes you quarrel, stuff like that. I get in the car. I drive for about an hour or so to go to work, and I get to work and like driving all the jam, the cars are like, oh my god, it's like just killing you. Uh, that is so true, Joe. Thanks, man. That's a good word there. Drive, and then you're just like so. I mean, like frustrated and everything. And I drive to work. I park my car, and then the minute I open the door for my car, and I step out, everything, all the problems I have, I push it into the car. I don't take it with me to work. I leave it in the car. Or when I'm riding a motorcycle and riding to work, when I take off my helmet, or everything, I leave it in my helmet. Because for me, when I get to work sometimes and the kids are walking and opening the door and I'm stepping out of the car and all things, like getting to work, and then the kids will look at me and they would look at me and sure we say good morning, Put. It makes my 1 hour, 1.5 hour, the journey, the jam, the congestion, the cars, it makes all of that disappear, and I feel happy. Just imagine that smile the student gave to me in the morning saying, "Good morning, Put," and you're smiling. Oh my God, that is the best medicine ever to make you feel like a human being. And that makes me feel so good. It it makes me feel like what I'm doing in that school is an impact to the kids, making them, you know, yes, that's right. Joe just said therapy. Sorry. See, I'm a human being. Therapeutic, all right? It's like therapy, man. It's just so much therapy. It's so much, the kids give you so much positive vibes. Although you have one or two of the kids who give you a negative vibe, but either you accept it or you fight it back. So for me, I just take it and throw it out the window. I mean, not the kid, the vibe, I just throw it out the window. And I try to be as positive as I can to the kids, trying to show them, like, hey, I'm cool, you're cool, mistakes are okay, English is a fun thing. And I really, really want everybody to feel the same way when they're in the classroom. Like everybody is equal, nobody is different. Even the teacher makes a mistake, and then the teacher makes, I say, hey. If, for example, the teacher makes a mistake, I say, like, hey, don't worry. It's not teacher. It's a paper. The paper is wrong. The paper has something wrong. And the kids will laugh. They understand the joke. It's like we're all humans. Nobody's perfect. If we're perfect, then we're not human. We're a robot. Freaking robot, 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 robot. That's my cat screaming. Sorry. It's like, hey, where are you? Come back. Come here and help play with me. But I just wanted to do this live stream today. I wanted to talk about uh, Yeah, man, Joe, thanks for stopping in. So, guys, if you ever get a chance, please check out Joe's YouTube channel. He does a ton of positive stuff. He gives me so much good stuff. When I watch his videos, it gives me so much positive vibes, man. If you have a chance, please look at his videos and comment if you can. And yeah, it's like what Joe said, it's therapy, man. Going into a classroom, the kids are responding to you, good or bad. It makes you feel a human being. I mean, believe it or not, I love going to work. Seriously, I try my best to get to work, and I try my best to put on a great happy face in the classroom so the kids will always smile. I want them to smile. Although they're wearing a mask, you can't see it, but you can see on their eyes when they smile, right? And I want that. I want them to have fun. And now during this pandemic, this is happening outside. It's uh it's really, it's hard for everyone, even for the kids. They can't go out. Now they're beginning to start doing the club activities, but you have the social distance. I mean, I love to do the fist bump, or my friend Jill, she always like to go like fist bump, blah, 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 blah. And I have my own way with the kids, how I do a greeting, and I can't touch them. So there are other ways that I do. And I mean, not by touching, by saying good job, praises, so I can't do a fist bump. So there are many other things that we have to do. But going again as saying as teacher in Japan is things that you have to look at. Just look at those things and be a positive role model, basically. I mean, you got your problems, fine. You're a human being, fine. I know everybody has it, but don't bring it into the classroom. Don't don't bring problem to your work. I mean, work is work. Remember that work is work. I love my work. I love my job. Seriously, I get up in the morning. I get up very early, and I leave my home at about 5:40. 5:40 a.m. I leave to work, and I get to work at about 6:50 or 7 a.m. And I get in. I usually get to work. I there's coffee at school, so I drink some coffee. I have my breakfast at work, and the minute the teacher walks in, I just wait for the teacher to sit down, and then I scram straight away and I try to get the information of what we're gonna do today. And that is just the few things that I do. Basically, I mean, that's not how you guys do it. It's your way, but that's the way I did it. Basically now, and I'm very happy with work. I love my job. I don't know what they're saying behind my back, so I don't really mind. But I just try to be someone that can help them. I tell them like, yeah, if you have anything, like, want me to help you with something. So if they have like a test, or they have a grammar, or they have like books that they usually check every day. That kids write some English words in a book, or phrases or sentences, and I just help them as much as I can to lessen the burden, lessen their work, because they work really hard, much harder. I mean, they have to teach English, they have classrooms, and they have to do club activities after work, and then go home and have their dinner and do the same cycle again the next day. And we're all human beings, people. We're all human beings, and we should help each other out in any way we can. For me, that's the only way I can help them. I can't teach the class for them because everything's in Japanese. My Japanese is okay, but not that good enough to teach everything into Japanese for the kids. But we are there to support and help them. So we are not the main teachers, even though when I was doing the course that I was doing, the GCT course at school, even though I was the main teacher, I always involved the Japanese teacher. I always praise Japanese. I always say thank you whenever they do something or they take care of a kid. I say thank you very much. I say, thank you. Or sometimes I make a mistake and they look at me and they go like, and I go like, ah, in front of the kids. I do that in front of the kids, you know, and it goes to show that I respect the teacher. The teacher respects me, and we work as a team. If you don't work as a team with your colleague, and for example, in school with a co-teacher, and you're in a classroom, believe it, the kids can spot it a mile away. The minute you step into the classroom, they would know something is wrong. But if you go with a positive, then you're having fun, laughing, you're having fun with the teacher, and also doing the lesson, it goes to show that it's flexible. English is fun. English, no matter what it is. And before I used to have lunch with a special needs class, special need kids. It's really great with them. Although in the class we have lunch, we use English as much as we can, but mostly they're not at that capability to use that much English. So we converse in Japanese, talk about stuff. I usually ask the kids like, "Hey, who like one more? Hey, who plays video games? Like, who plays what I think they call Animal Crossing? Who plays Animal Crossing? Oh yeah, okay. It was like, okay, cool. I don't play, and the kids would just burst into laughter, and that is it. I mean, laughter is the best medicine. So yeah, wow, it's been almost about 40 minutes. I'm gonna call it quits at 40 minutes today. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in, and thank you for the thumbs up. I hope you keep on tuning in to my live stream and also keep watching my channels. Recently, I just posted a new intro, but that's a rough cut. I'm still going to work on it. I'm still trying to figure out how to do my intro. It's not easy. And I might be doing a recording tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I want to get my drone, take a drone shots of some things and see how it goes. And you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. If you ever decide you ever want to come into Japan and work as an ELT, it is a fantastic experience. There will be ups and downs, but hey, man, life's a challenge. Life is an adventure. You never know what's going to happen unless you try and do something. And then if you do it, it's difficult, but you can do it. It's positive. That's all you have to do. And I hope you guys and gals out there on YouTube, I hope you enjoy my live stream of talking about teaching Japan as an ALT, as an assistant language teacher. We are T2, and the Japanese teacher are T1, and working with them. Of course, I'll probably fill in on more stuff in the in the near future about my other adventures in the ALT. But it is a beautiful thing to do, and I love my company. My company is the best. It's APS, Asia Plant Service. It's a great company. They take care of me very well. I mean, I'm working with them for a long time, and I love it. It's great. We're like family. We help each other out. It's like a community, man. So I hope you guys enjoy life. Be careful. Be safe out there. Wear the mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm doing a live stream. Be safe out there. Be careful. I'd say ride safe, but I'm not riding right now. But yeah, be safe. Be careful. Be helpful to one another. Take care. And I hope you all have a good evening. Thank you very much. This is KAAPUT in the house saying peace and goodbye. Be safe, everyone. Bye bye. It's end time. Bye.